and that is what I have for YouTube. I'm going to answer, I think I have 4 questions on Twitch, and I'm going to answer those real quick and go through that. I have some comments on Facebook, but it's really hard to scroll through. I didn't get another computer set up, so I apologize for that. So the first one on Twitch is, sorry to hear about your dad. Do you feel cancer is more probable because of your diet or because of family history? I believe in my heart of hearts that cancer is kind of a 2-pronged thing. I think that a lot of it comes down to your diet, and also I think a lot of it comes down to your diet. If you think about all the shit that's in our food, like, and how cancer has progressively like become more and more of a prominent thing, and a lot of it's because it's in our food. Like, it's just coming from like the shit in our food. Like, I hate to be so straightforward, but that's what it is. So diet's a big part of it. Also, just a lot of, not just the processed food, but just a lot of like the sugar. Like, our bodies have never had this much sugar. If you think like this is I'm gonna like put this little like this 10-second thing in the video somewhere, because it just makes so much sense. The amount of sugar that we have in our diets right now in the United States, think about it. We went from being like nomadic tribes to moving, conquering and being assholes, taking over the United States and other countries as well, expanding. And all of a sudden our diets went from like plants, vegetables, the meat that we could hunt, to now all of a sudden we have sugar in all of our food. Literally all of our food is like a shit ton of sugar, whether it's fucking ketchup, french fries, burgers, there's sugar in everything. Fuck, if you go to like Texas Roadhouse here in Texas, there's fucking sugar in the butter. There's sugar in the motherfucking butter. So at the end of the day, all that sugar is really what I believe is causing a lot more of the cancer growth. Because again, I told you in the video, cancer feeds off of sugar. So sugar is what feeds cancer cells. So if we're increasing our sugar intake to a higher high than we've ever had in the world of human history, like, what do we expect to have happen? Of course, we're going to have more cancer growth and faster cancer growth because, well, fuck, we have so much more sugar it's feeding the cancer cells. So that's another problem, is the diet. I also do believe that there is some genetic factor. I think it's like a lot of other things. I think it can run in your family. I don't really know too much about the genetic side of things. I mean, I probably should, since, it's obviously in my family line somewhere along the lines, but I haven't been too into that, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm going to do if something like that does happen to anybody in my close family or friends, and the information that I'll give them. So I think I'm kind of just, if it happens, it happens, but until then, I'm not too worried about it. So I really don't know as much, but I do believe that it is a thing. Comment on Facebook Live I'm going to read, because I don't know if I need to read it or not. Comment is, need to upload this video to YouTube. Great info. Probably would get demonetized, but still good info. You're probably very, very right. Another question on Twitch is, are the vitamins you mentioned available in the United States? Selenium is, trace minerals are. Another one I didn't mention, but like, I feel like it's not necessarily going to help you too much with mitigation of cancer, like if you already have it, but if you don't have it, it will help a little bit, is vitamin D. Vitamin D3 is very, very helpful. Most people don't get enough. Another good one is coconut oil. Coconut oil, like, has been shown, if you get like good quality coconut oil, not dog shit, has been shown to have a lot of good effects for brain cancer, dementia. So like, it's another good one for like brain health. As far as the vitamin that I mentioned in the video, no, you can't get it in the US. It's banned. It's banned in the UK and Europe as well. It's not banned in South America. It's not banned in Latin America. It's not banned in Asia or Australia, as far as I know. So it makes you wonder, how the fuck is it banned here, but it's not banned in other places? Like sometimes we think like, oh, it's not banned in Mexico or Brazil because they're not as advanced. I'm not trying to say like this is necessarily how I feel, but I've heard people say this, like, oh, they're not as advanced, or their medical technology is not up to par. No, dude, it is. It's just the fact that it's not banned there because people actually know that it can be helpful, and therefore it's an option as an alternative treatment. But of course, in the United States, again, it's all about money, so of course it's not legal here. But you can find it online. You can find other sources of it online too that are legal in the United States. You just have to know where to look. If anybody wants to, I should have said this in the video, but I don't really care. I'm gonna say it now. Maybe I'll add this part in too. I don't know. We'll see. If anybody watches this far, and you do want to know about these other things that I'm talking about that I don't feel comfortable mentioning on the video, reach out to me. If you want to DM me, I will answer you and tell you what it is. So if you do want to know, I can give you that information. I just don't want to do it where a larger group of people see it, because I just don't like that idea. Next question is, are you aware of other countries that have used additional methods that lower the chances of cancer? Not necessarily that lower the chances of cancer, but I do know of other countries that utilize these alternative methods to mitigate cancer once it's occurring. And there are other countries that actually use these as not as like primary methods, but like good secondary methods that they believe works. And like I said, there's studies that support everything that I said. You just have to look for them beneath all the studies that say, oh no, it's all bullshit. But again, like I said, if we've been spending billions of dollars on cancer research a year, I would say that chemotherapy and radiation are more bullshit than these alternative methods, in my humble opinion. Sorry, I'm trying to like read the last one because I have it paused because my life's hard. The last question on Twitch is, do you think the US or the world will ever cure cancer? No, I don't. I really don't. You read articles and people are hopeful and they're like, oh, you know, in the next 20 years, 70% of people should survive cancer and they should have no issues and it should be that well treated. And to that I say bullshit. To that I say bullshit because we still have states in the United States that haven't legalized marijuana. And I'm not saying that they have to legalize marijuana, but like, I hate to be the asshole of assholes again, but like the hard truth bucket, weed is not a big fucking deal, but it's still not legalized because they can't get, because those big pharma companies, because the United States government in some cases can't get their hands in the fucking coffer box, which is like the money. They can't get the money, so they don't want to legalize it. And I'm telling you, mark this in your fucking, in your knowledge tank. The day that enough states legalize weed is the day the US government will say, we're going to control all the weed in the United States. It's completely legal now in all the states, and we are going to control and oversee all the growing, all the manufacturing, all the selling and distribution of weed, and you're going to pay us a tax, and we're going to be in control of it, because they're going to be at a point in time where they're not making money, they're losing enough money, they want that money. Big Pharma is going to probably come out with some sort of synthetic weed so that they can be like, oh, it's better than weed and it has less side effects. And I'm telling you right now, it's coming sooner than later. So remember that. So when that shit comes up, if you watch part of the fucking video, you're going to be like, oh shit, Ethan fucking called it. It'll happen. $1,000,000, it'll happen. But you, like I said, just watch and see. Like I said, so if weed, if weed isn't legalized and there's no real negative, like physical side effects, then no. I don't believe that there will ever be a true cancer cure. And if there is, it's going to be some outrageous, expensive thing, but I just don't think it'll ever happen because Big Pharma does not want to lose that money. That's just the reality of the situation, which, like I said, is shitty. But again, for whatever reason, for these people that run these companies, it's about money and they don't give a fuck about people, in my humble opinion. So on Facebook, I have a couple more things that were on there. So one of the comments on Facebook is, because why cure a disease for $30,000 once you can charge $10,000 a year for a few years? Well, that would break the same, but I know what you're trying to say, which is what I said, is like, if you can get somebody hooked where they have to pay a bunch of money and then they get over it and they get it again, they pay you more money versus a one-time thing, like that doesn't make any sense, which is what I said in the video as well. Yeah, it's another thing too, is like, I mean, that's another thing is, I hate to be like, I don't actually know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, is I don't remember, and it sounds bad, I know it's for like babies, but another comment on here is about March of Dimes, and like some more knowledge for the knowledge tank if anybody gives a shit, is the March of Dimes, I believe it's 90 cents on every dollar does not go towards the research and the help that it says it does. It's 10 cents on the dollar. That's why it's March of Dimes, as in 10 cents of every dollar goes towards this shit to help people. So really think about that too. If this big ass organization is taking in hundreds of millions of dollars a year in donations, their CEO, as was commented, is probably making millions of dollars. That's why it's called March of Dimes, is that they're literally giving 10% of it to research and 90% is going towards other shit. So like really just contemplate that as well. So that's what I have for the video. Those are all the comments that I have, all the questions I have. If you guys did like the video, please share it. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to get off of here because that's where I'm at. So for everybody watching, everybody that did watch, thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, actually, at 7:30. Have a great night, guys. Bye.